Okay, so let's start for part 2 of the nail-biting cliffhanger of my journey into foot care. So we stopped when I got that job at that facility, and I was called the POD RN, P-O-D-R-N. That was my initials, and that was the department. And I was kind of thrown into the deep end of the ocean, not knowing what I didn't know, thank goodness, because I never would have taken on that responsibility if I realized all that I really should have known before even touching a high-risk diabetic foot. I knew nothing. I didn't even know what the term neuropathy meant. So my training consisted of the podiatrist coming in, looking over my shoulder and showing me how to trim the toenails. I had 3 instruments that I used. One was a pair of very big, bulky nippers that were way too big for my hand because he was the one who would use them primarily. And then a bone rasp that was very big and clunky to try to file the edges of the nails after you nipped them. And then a curette to clean in around the edges. Sorry, I have to do this to the dogs. Foxy, quiet. Okay. My daughter's little yapper is over here. Okay, so that's what I did. Oh, and the infection control consisted of me rinsing off the instruments, maybe with a little soap and water or something, and then putting them into isopropyl alcohol between patients. And, I should have known better. I had been an operating room nurse before, and I just went, oh my God, this doesn't seem right. But that was their protocol. They had a protocol book, blah, blah, blah. I just didn't question it. It was a very stressful time in my life. So I didn't kind of go above and beyond for a while yet. But eventually I did, as you'll hear. So that I love doing this, and I do well with my hands. I'm kind of an artist and maker and could be a sculptor or something. So this kind of came easily to me as far as the nail cutting and stuff went. And I loved my patients, and I really had a good time. And they seemed to be being very happy with my work. And after maybe a month or so, I thought to myself, wow, if I can be doing this good and I don't know what I'm doing, I wonder what could happen if I actually knew what I was doing. So I had the librarians, we had a medical library department at this facility, and they were really good about doing literature searches. So I had them do a literature search for me on everything having to do with foot care nursing, diabetic toenails. I just gave them all these key phrases and they helped me with that. And in a week or so, I had 30 articles printed up, and I remember getting this little carrying case and file cabinet, and I felt so official, and I just started delving into it. And that was kind of the beginning of, 29 years.